Congressman Dan Meuser is a Republican from the great state of Pennsylvania and joins me now. Congressman, Pennsylvania is an energy state. Could access to Venezuelan oil hurt your state?
Good morning, Stuart. No. Look, what's good for America is good for Pennsylvania, and what's good for Pennsylvania is good for America. Look, Venezuela's, the investment that there's going to take place there is actually extremely important for the world, Europe. And it actually gives us a lot of leverage over China imports of oil that they buy in large quantities from Venezuela. This is such a positive development. Look, we've got our domestic energy, going to be very important with all the growth that's taking place. And what we'll do is it should drive down energy prices. But this Venezuela, look, President Trump toppled the dictator, removed the leader of a cartel, and now has opened up huge opportunity on the third largest, or the number one largest reserve known on Earth. And as was being stated by Lauren, the taxes that they're now adding up, right? They just passed taxes of 15%, royalties of 30%. This is going to be a unbelievable improvement for the people of Venezuela, and yes, United States investment.
Okay, Congressman, take a listen to what your governor, Josh Shapiro, had to say about the rhetoric coming out of his own party. Listen to this.
That kind of rhetoric is unacceptable, it is abhorrent, and it is wrong. Period. Hard stop. End of sentence. I think what we need, and I've called for this in Minnesota, and I practice this in Pennsylvania, is we need to bring down the rhetoric, bring down the temperature, and create calm in the community. I believe that the president's policies have injected chaos onto the streets of Minnesota. I've been very outspoken about that. You may disagree with that statement, but I believe that to be true.
Well, Congressman, we should point out that the Philadelphia DA says ICE agents are wannabe Nazis.
Right.
What's your response to that?
Well, pretty horrendous, and yes, very appropriate from Governor Shapiro to state that. Then again, who would not call out a district attorney of a large city that said he's going to hunt down ICE agents like they're Nazis? Okay, if Shapiro did not call them out, he would be as crazy and sinister as Larry Krasner, the district attorney of Philadelphia. But what about Waltz? What about Fry? What about Kamala Harris? What about Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries? Their language is highly inflammatory, and it's minimally being called out or done anything about. And what it actually is being done about, when he wants to criticize president's actions, you never hear any solutions coming from Governor Shapiro, okay? And he has the right to criticize policy, but how about a solution or two along the way? And how about some action? Stuart, Philadelphia is a sanctuary city. How about we lean in a little bit and say, hey, let's remove the sanctuary status or hole that he's put Philadelphia in, and actually get real with the world and work towards being productive and constructive rather than critical and destructive.
Congressman, the Senate has left town without any action to pass the funding bill, so tonight there'll be a partial shutdown, no matter what. Yeah. It seems the Democrats are prepared to shut down the government just to punish ICE. That doesn't seem right.
They're punishing the U.S. as well, Stuart, and they don't seem to care. They did it once before for 43 days. This one will be 3 to 4 days. It's a stunt, and they're closing it down over the Homeland Appropriations Bill, which, by the way, believe it or not, reduces ICE funding by $135 million, and the funding that's in there goes for body cams and training. So this is a complete stunt, and they could correct this through an amendment, which, yes, we'd have to still vote on, or through a separate bill down the line. So this is a stunt trying to symbolize that they're actually doing something here, and all they're doing is disrupting Washington to no end, the people's government, the federal government, for the next 3 days as they prepare in an uncertain waters as to whether we're going to shut down for longer term or shorter term. It's outrageous. Schumer is pulling another political stunt, again, not giving a damn about the people.
Thank you, Congressman. We appreciate you being here. Now this.